Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I am working on my scavenger hunt project, and this is actually just one page, but it was involved a little. So the prompt I'm completing is it paint splats? Splots. Ink or paint splots. Those look like spots, right? It's also going to be collage, I think is what I counted that one as. And it could also be the unused product, because I haven't used this product in quite a while. Can't exactly tell you when I used it last, because I'm pretty sure it's been a few years. I don't know when the Dina Wakley's gloss sprays came out, but as you can tell, none of these spray. I don't have good luck with sprays, unless they're like a dilutions that's not acrylic, not a permanent product. I really need to just have separate caps for all of them, and then when I'm done playing, take the nozzles out and stick them in a jar of water and just leave them there. Anyway, so it could count as unused product. I did see, that one sort of works. I went to town because it actually sprayed. I did work at a few of them and dig out what was hard inside the spray nozzle, and some of them are now working, sort of, or at least they were the day I did that to them. Anyway, I covered my surface with some packing paper, and I kind of like how the packing paper turned out. Yeah, because this is a very messy process. I knew it was going to be messy, so I wanted to be able to catch all that drippage that happens. And yeah, just playing around with these gloss sprays. Once I've got enough on there, and yes, the backside is almost as colorful as the front. And I have a few pieces of paper out, so I'm using them to kind of soak up the puddles that are on my table. So how is everyone today? I hope you're all doing well. No new update on the roof issue. Hopefully that will get started soon. So once they dried, the gloss spray kind of creates a resist. Okay, well, before we get into that, this was the one I was going to use, and so I wanted to add some stenciling, and I have this thick gel medium that is another unused product. As you can see, it's gotten really kind of hard and chunky, but it still works. Doesn't look as smooth and pretty as it used to when it's dry. Still looks kind of bumpy. But yeah, so I did that, and I set that aside and let that dry. It had to dry overnight, but I set that one aside, and then I thought I could do the complementary color of what was the most dominant color, because the gloss sprays, when they dry, they're kind of slick and are kind of like a resist, and so you can color the rest of the paper and still end up with the bright colors on there. So I do have a damp baby wipe that I'm wiping it back with. And yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. It does lift off the paint a little bit. I didn't wait for it to dry at all. Not sure if you'd be able to wipe it back. Probably if you let it dry a little bit, that would work. So I thought I'd try it on this bigger piece of paper. And this one, I think I do it several times because I kept wiping too much color off. I wanted that blue to be brighter. So you'll see me wipe it down and then add a little more. There's white. I did splatter some white gloss spray on there too, so that area should stay white. But yeah, I keep going back and forth. I probably should have found the complementary color for the majority of that, the paint that was already on there. It would have stood out more maybe. But teal's one of my favorite, or turquoise. I'm not even sure which one this is. It's one of my favorite colors, so yeah, I tend to use it a lot. So this one I pulled out Green Gold by Goldens. I think I might have looked at the color wheel for this one. I'm not sure. Then of course wiping back to clean off the glossy part. That's interesting. Not my favorite color. But is that the last one I do that to? Do I do it to another one? Oh, yeah. So I take the sponge that had the green gold and add turquoise, so I get kind of a green base on this one. Oh, this is the one with the arrows. So the arrows are dry. And I think I'm being all smart. And, I should have left it here. With the little bit of sort of a greenish color and the arrows showing, I should have just left it alone. Needless to say, I do not leave it alone because I didn't like it. It looks much better there than it does now. Well, I don't know. Maybe I finally got something that's okay. I'm not sure. But I work at this one a lot, and I put another layer of the gloss gel medium, and it didn't go clear. Like, I put a thick layer, and yeah, it's weird stuff. So I was thinking that I could do this and it would go down in the cracks, right? And resist. But it's not moving very well. I'm making a mess of things, of course. So then I have to, wipe the blue off of the arrows. But it also wipes the blue off of almost everything. I wonder if I added any more color. I'm looking at this one now. If I added any more color to it, if it would do something interesting or if it would just make it even worse. Because the background now is kind of interesting. The arrows aren't so much. They're a little gross because of that old gel medium, which I should throw that away. I shouldn't use it anymore. I'm just trying to shine up the arrows, get the gloss spray off of it. And then I go in and just splatter a little bit everywhere and leave it after cleaning it up. You like my splatter technique with a popsicle stick? or a craft stick. I don't think it was ever in a popsicle. I think it was actually came with those rub-on sticker things. I think it came in one of those. So just trying to use up some of the excess and splattering it onto that other page. And then using my one bottle that sprays to add a little bit of color. Add a little bit of the, I don't know, some sort of yellow color. I got the very first set. They came in sets, those gloss sprays. I got the very first one. And I can't remember what all the colors were, but I'm just dabbing off. And then I set that aside to dry. And kind of give up on it because it looks a hot mess. And now I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to use in my scavenger hunt journal. So this is the page it's going on, and I think I decide to use that one that I pulled out of there because it has some green in there and thought it would go with the page. And now I'm trying to kind of match, trying to find the paint that I used in the original gel print, though I think it had some metallic in there. And I'm doing this, and I'm actually weakening the paper by rubbing the paint in the same spot every time. I should have used a tester page, but this is just for fun. This isn't like some sort of fine art or anything. But see, I just tore the page and made a mess. Yeah, we'll fix that. I'll fix it. Don't worry. It'll get fixed. So I guess I decided this color was the closest, and maybe if I sprayed some shimmer mist over it, it would all be good. So I just put some of that around the edge just to get rid of the white. And then, yeah, we've got to fix that. So if you don't know what the scavenger hunt is for 2024, it's the creation of Janet M. Young. I'll have her link in the description box below. And yeah, she's been doing it for a few years. This is the first time I've done it. And yeah, she has the list on her community page on YouTube. If you want to find the list and play along, you can do that. If this is the first time you're seeing my channel, I do have a playlist of all the scavenger hunt pages I've done so far, and that will be listed down below. And any of the products, if I can find the products, the paints, and whatever, that will be in the description box as well. So there, that's fixed. Yeah, I try out a few others and decide that one is it. So, yeah. I'm going to go for that one. I think it goes the best. Trying to decide what size I want it to be. I want it to be a little bit of the border, I guess. So we're going to trim it down a little bit. Sorry, I was putting my washi away. I saw somebody the other day, and this is how they resized things to fit. Now, I normally just take a big hunk off of one side and a big hunk off the other side and call it good. And that way I have pieces to work with. But you know what? Most of those pieces just end up sitting forever. So I decided to do it the way they were doing it. And what they were doing was taking a little section that they didn't like off, and then seeing how it fit, and then taking the next piece off, seeing how it fit, and working that way. So that's what I did. I ended up with quite a few little extra strips of paper. Yep, they went in the garbage. So since this is the collage prompt that I'm working on, I did the splots, right? Paint splots. Now I'm doing collage. So I collaged my paint splots down. And then I have these were from Jelly Prints. They're on, I think they're on actual tissue. And, excuse me. And I'm just going to collage them down. I don't know if you can see my little iPad in the upper corner there. I'm actually crafting while I'm watching PM Artist Studios live stream. And if they were streaming live, this would have been a Sunday morning, because otherwise I'm at work while they stream. So I'm doing this on a Sunday morning while watching PM Artist Studio. And if you haven't heard of them, they create stencils and foam stamps. They have a huge collection to choose from. Lots of variety. The stencils are made out of Yupo and then foam stamps. I'm not sure if I've used them in my scavenger hunt journal yet, but probably some piece of paper has one of, because I have a few of their stencils and some stamps. So probably something in here has it. So yeah, see how that's tissue paper. You have to be gentle with it because it will tear on you, but it makes things nice and transparent. So you probably can't really tell, and I don't know if you even see a difference, but I just am spritzing that with some Tattered Angels shimmer just to try and make the green I painted on there more metallic, like the print that was already there in the background. And now I'm trying to decide what I want for a focal. I have these flower circle things. Trying to decide which one looks the best. And I think I end up going for a bright green yellow one. That's probably it, yep. And then I'm just going to take I have some just plain paint brayered on gel prints. And I use them for my solid color needs or semi-solid color needs. So I got a stem and some leaves from my flower. And I decided it's too busy. It needs something. So I'm going to take a piece of book page and tear it and stick it underneath just to help that show up a little bit more. So if you're interested in my paint splots, I will have pictures of them at the end of this video so you can see. And the arrow one, after I did stuff to it, I think that's the very last photo at the end. I'll add two photos because I have one where you can see the dimension of the gel medium because I made it really thick on the last one. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, let me know. If you are just catching me for the first time and you like what you see, think about subscribing. If you hit the bell icon, hopefully that YouTube will notify you when I upload new videos. I try to upload twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So that is when I upload. in the morning on Mountain Standard Time. So, depending on where you are. If you're East Coast, that's not so much morning. Other parts of the country, that could be in the evening. Or the world, I mean, that could be evening. Who knows? Depending on where you are. But it doesn't matter. It'll be there whenever. So, lately I've been going back and watching some of my old ones. Yeah, just because I wanted to. I'm like, oh, I remember that picture. I want to see how I made that. So, oh yes, now I'm adding more green to the border because I didn't have any green down there. And I need some green on the inside, I think. So I'll add some there too. See right down there. Just a little extra. All right, so here is the rest of this. I have some old Inca gold, so I thought maybe if I turn the arrows gold, I will like it. And the Inca gold is really old, so I have to get it wet and really rub it to get it, but it is not helping. I do it for a while, but it really wasn't helping. So, yeah. Can't remember, but I think I end up wiping that off. Or maybe I leave it. I don't know. But yeah, that's a lot of effort for very little reward. I keep going, man. I just keep hoping that's... And from an angle, you can see a little bit of a shimmer, but yeah. It's not really doing much. So now sorry about the focus in and out there. I've lined the stencil back over it, and I'm going to add some turquoise. This one's a little bit more opaque over those arrows so that the arrows will really stand out. That's my hope anyway. Maybe if I did them in white. I don't know. I think I have white splatters down there, or I add the white splatters after I do this part. I can't remember what I've done. But I keep trying, keep on trying. And in the end, it's just paper, right? It's not like I'm using gold on it. I didn't use that much product on it. I'm thinking I might stick it in my scavenger hunt journal just for the heck of it. Maybe in the envelope. The previous video or the video before that I put a little insert in there that has an envelope. I could stick this. I think this will fit in the envelope, so that might be where this ends up. I grabbed a little bit of a darker turquoise. I don't know if I'm hoping it will cover more. I'm not sure. So once I do this, I still don't feel like it stands out enough. And I add another layer. So there's that. I add yet another layer of the really old gel medium. And I'm just going to glob it on there. See how thick and lumpy it is. It's pretty dried up. You'd almost think this was fiber paste with all the texture there is in there. But I just give it a nice good coat and then let that dry. And I leave it really thick. In some places, like I said, it never dried clear. It's foggy. So here's the pictures of my splats from today's fun play with the Dina Wakley gloss sprays. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up or a comment. Appreciate all your comments. And I hope you all have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.